What's the intensity of the color of the wine? So intensity of the color of the wine, it's different than the color. The color can vary from in white from a very very pale, almost transparent, by green, yellow to kind of straw yellow, gold, and in red can vary from like very light red, kind of very very light red, transparent as well, going to purple to dark colors, almost black. Color of the wine, intensity of the wine, on the other hand, it's the amount of the color in the color. So basically, you can have red wine, but very deep red, which is not going to be transparent at all, or light red, which is going to be you can see your hand from it. So how do we check intensity of the wine? You need white paper, good light, I guess the best would be like natural light. Piece of white paper, can be your sleeve if you are working in the restaurant. You take your wine, and what happened? You take your wine, you're looking at it, and looking through the wine on the white paper, you can measure the intensity. How you measure? You tilt or turn the wine in more or less 45 degrees, looking at it, and in white wines, you will try to look at this part between where is the end of the wine and until the middle, the part that is like more concentrated, the deepest part, or from the other hand, from the deepest part to the edge. So here we can see that in the deepest part there is slightly yellowish color, and then go into practically transparent on the edge. So that means this wine is going to be pale. The color intensity is very very low over here. To compare, we got another white wine here. The color is quite different, but still we don't measure the color, we measure the intensity. So what you do, you turn your glass again, and you try to check from the middle, where is the deepest part, to the edge. And here we can see that the intensity is quite bigger. You have much more color in the middle, and then the circle of the color goes a little bit farther, almost until the edge. The intensity is still not that huge, it's not the hugest one, because still the wine is quite transparent on the edges, but you can see that the deepness of the color is a little bit bigger than it's actually much bigger than the first one. Now, red wines. If we take some red wine, we have one red and another red, two red wines. First one, the same trick, but with red wine you have another option. You can look through the glass, through the top of the glass, and if you see the steam, if you see your finger or the steam of the glass, that means the wine is pale. The transparency is very 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 big over here, and you can see through the glass, so that means the concentration of the color, the concentration of the color, the intensity is quite small over here. And another example, this wine, if you look through it, you cannot see nothing, you cannot see your finger, you cannot see the steam, you see just the red color. The intensity is huge, the wine is deep. So comparing both, the same thing like with the wine, you can see that here the color is slightly dark but still transparent, goes to the edge, and on the edge you can see go on the edge but getting a little bit transparent at the end. The intensity is not, it's pale wine. Another example here, the intensity is much bigger, but still the wine fade at the end. So still you can see that is not until the color doesn't reach the end of the rim. So still the intensity is bigger, but not that much, not that big. And now, what for the intensity? Why we actually measure that? So the reason for it is this gives you, the color is maybe, when you try the wine, when you taste the wine, the color will be the least important thing on the wine tasting degustation, but gives you some ideas, gives you some hint for the rest of the degustation. So here we can see, we could definitely see that perhaps the grape variety are quite different. There the grape variety with less pigment, less concentration, or less skin contact. So that gives you already idea of the grape variety, the process which was used to make this wine, or the terroir, the region where the wine comes from. Obviously, if it comes from cooler climate, the concentration is going to be a little bit lower. Warmer climate, concentration is bigger, so also the intensity is going to be bigger. Different grape varieties gives you different concentration of the wine, so different palates, different tastes as well. And also you can see, you can tell that maybe the technique used to this wine were not focused on extraction of the skin color and the tannins. The skin color usually goes with tannins, but then you're going to check with the further degustation if that was the case or was the other case. This example is a Pinot Noir. Obviously, the skin is very thin, doesn't give too much color. It comes from cool climate, from Burgundy, so also not that development. That wasn't the biggest Pinot Noir that I ever tried, so that's not also wine with huge concentration of aromas and fruit content. So little bit less concentration, but that gives you the ideas for the further degustation. So that's why we focus on intensity of the color. Oh, and thank you very much, guys. I hope this was helpful. Quick video. Next time we're gonna try to focus on the color and other facts. Thank you very much. See you until next time.